Selling books on Amazon KDP is one of the first businesses that I ever started on the online space. And I used that money to be able to start other businesses. And up to today, I still sell books on Amazon KDP. I have a number of pen names that I use, and I'm so happy because that is one of the things that has given me consistent amount of money over the years. I've seen so many people who have said Amazon KDP doesn't work. The question that I always ask them is, where did you get that information from? And the book market has continually grown, and Amazon is one of the best places where you can sell your books. The reason being that it already has its customers. It is projected that in 2034, the book market is going to be $230 billion. Right now in 2026, it's $164.3 billion. And if you look at, maybe you heard about publishing on Amazon KDP years back and you didn't pursue it, or you didn't continue with it because you got discouraged, maybe because somebody deceived you, maybe because you didn't do the right thing, you posted books and your books did not sell. Today, I want you to know that in as much as you are not making money on Amazon, or maybe you've never started, I want you to know that this is a skill that you can learn and it's going to transform your life completely. I'm going to show you all the steps you need to know in order for you to start making money on Amazon. I'm not just going to tell you, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And if you have published books on Amazon and you are not making money, I want you to watch this video till the end. And this is going to help you to understand, why are my books not selling? And so you are going to be able to correct the few things that you need to correct on your books so that you can start making sales. So the thing is, if you see an industry growing like this, why will you not want to jump on that kind of industry? And creating books and selling is one of the easiest business that you can start. I see so many people trying to look for so many businesses when they have not been able to start with these simple ones that actually make money. Now, if you are not able to start with a simple business, how do you think you'll be able to do complicated businesses? The one thing that I want you to know is that you are going to create your book, you create your cover, you are going to post your book on Amazon KDP, and when you are done with the entire process, you are done. You don't do anything again on that book. Amazon now, when somebody buys that book, Amazon prints that book and ship it to your customer. They take their own cut, and then you also get a portion of the money. And so it becomes really passive. This is one of the businesses that you can do, and it becomes really passive because you don't need to do like so many promotion. Over time, you can kickstart your books with promotion if you want to. But over time, so long as you have trending topics, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. If you have those topics that people are already searching on Amazon, then they will search and they are going to find your books. So let's go ahead. Let me show you my entire process. One of the things that I do sometimes is to go to Amazon and go to the bestseller list, see the books that are already bestsellers, and then from there, I can determine what kind of book I want to create. But the challenge with that method is that you are going to see books that are very populated, books that have so many reviews, and it's hard for you to compete with those kind of books. However, if you get a book like that and you want to create something in that area, you can go ahead and niche down. So one of the ways to do it, I'm going to explain as I go. So everything I explain here, know that you can still apply it to that book. For example, if you go there and then you look at the reviews and see what people are saying, it can give you an idea what is needed again in the market, which is a subtopic. So you can now take that subtopic ideas and then follow the process I'm showing you here to create your own book. However, let me show you my entire process from beginning till the end. So I have a tool that is called Publisher Rocket. I bought this tool once. I think it was $200 and something. I've used this tool for more than 10 years, and I'm still using that tool for my research. At that time when I didn't have money, I invested in this tool. I had no idea that it's going to help me for this long. So this is a tool I used. So let's say, for example, I think about any topic I want to write about. Let's just say I want to write about overthinking. Now, there are so many different topics. I'm just giving you an idea. So let's say an overthinking is actually a trending topic that you can write about. So let's say I want to write about overthinking. I come here and you can come here and decide if you want to just write ebook or audiobook or book. So I always just like to keep it on books. Now I'm just going to go ahead and search. Publisher Rocket is going to give me so much information. So I'll come here and I'll search right here. So by the way, if you want to buy Publisher Rocket, I'm going to put a link in the description box down below. This is one of the tools that is going to help you if you want to actually make money publishing. So there are many ways that you can do research. Just as I mentioned before, you can go to Amazon, you can use AI, but this one, it actually searches the books that are on Amazon. So it gives you real result, exactly what you need to know. So now look at this, overcomers. When I tell you that people are making money on Amazon, this is exactly what we are seeing. This is what the data shows us. So when you come here, look at this particular category, overthinking. Look at how much it makes in a single month, averagely. This other one, this one is making 47,000 something, 44,000, 24,000, 60,000. Just look at all of it. So now with this information, we want to go to the specific books. Now, when you come here, you want to see which category can I really get into. You see, when you see rec here, it shows that it is so saturated, right? So this shows that the competitive score here is very saturated. And now this one shows you the search volume. So this is a search volume and this is a competitive score. So this is an area I would definitely want to go into. When you see green, it is very good. So you can just keep opening and going like that until you see the ones that are green. If not, if you see green, orange, this is a very good category to go into. So let's see this exact category. If you scroll here, you are going to see it says stop overthinking. So that is exactly what it is, stop overthinking. This one is talking about overthinking book for women. So look at it. If you see it and then you can say, okay, you want to specify, you want to really specialize on creating overthinking book for women. So let's just go ahead. Now that you've understood, I'll go ahead and just come to this one that we had 44,000. I'm just going to search like this. So this is going to bring you the individual books that are under that particular category. So now that the individual books are here, you can see how much each book is making per day and per month. These are different things that you can look at. But Overcomer, just look at this book. This particular book is making $164,456 every month. One book. Just think about it. This is one book. This particular person might have so many different books on Amazon. Now, I don't want us to look at so much money like that. Let's go to something that is at our level. I just want to really make you to see the possibilities that are in this market. And this is something that anybody can do, even if you are working a full-time job. So let's go ahead and come here. Look at how much this book is making per day. Something that you write once, you put on Amazon, and then it starts making money for you. And of course, this money is not everything that this person is taking home, because there are also some expenses inside here, and Amazon has to also remove its own portion. But if you look at it, you can just imagine how much money we can make from a book. Now look at all these books here. You can see the different amount of monies that this one is making 42,000 something every month. So you can come here and you'll be able to see the exact book. You can go here and you'll be able to see the exact book. Just look at that. You can see the title, you can see the covers. So it gives you a complete idea how the books look, right? So this one is making 30,000. Let's go and take let's take this one that is not too much, right? This one is making $5,000 a month for one book. Imagine that this person has 10 books and they are making approximately this per month. This is so much money for something that is almost passive, and they are making $200 and something every day per book. Now, look at the book. This is the book. Let's go ahead and open that. Let's check this particular book out. So when we check it out, it comes here. So every time I want to publish my books, I want to make sure that I'm looking at a book that is an independent author. So let's go ahead and check. We can see the prices here. He has different prices for the books. Kindle copy is this amount, and we can see it here. I like to go to check if it's an independent author, which is somebody like you and me, or if it's a big company. So if you scroll down like this, look at this thing. It's called A+ content. I've already done a lot of videos showing you how to create your A+ content. Wow, this is so beautiful. Look at this particular book. It's an independent publisher. Every time when I see it like this, you can now study this a little bit. There are 200 pages in this book. Take your time and study, and this is how you are going to make your own book. You have an idea how this book is. And this book, you can also see where is this book being published. This is an idea. So with Publisher Rocket, you can actually get this information and make your book to easily go to the bestseller position. And if you want to know a complete breakdown how to use Publisher Rocket, I'll link a video here that will show you, because I already created a video showing you everything you need to know about Publisher Rocket. So now we have seen this book. The next thing I want us to do is to come. I like to come here and see the author, just to see the different books that this author is publishing. And overcomers, look at the number of books that this author has. The author has so many books, and his books are doing well. So this is just to give you an idea. Look at this other book, Calm Your Emotions. Look at the number of reviews. So now that we have an idea, so what I always do is that when I've had an idea, this is exactly the kind of book I want to create on overthinking, I go down to the description, I look at the A+ content. I know I'm also going to make my own A+ content. Now you go ahead, you also go to the reviews, you see what people are saying about the book that is not good. Now you want to get that information. You also see what people are saying that is good. You want to also get that information. Like this huge review here, you can come ahead, you can go ahead and copy this review and use it in your own book. You can read and get so much information from here. So you can copy anything that you want. You can even come right here to the description. You can come here and copy this description. But one thing that I'll tell you is that don't copy people's book. You are just doing research and you are getting information. You can go to other books like the other bestsellers, get information from there. You want to make sure that you want to create a book on overthinking that is better than all the other books in the market. If possible, that's where you want to get at. So now that we've gotten all the information, I'm going to go ahead and just take part of their description and I'll show you how I'm going to use this information. So now we have all of this. Another secret that I want to tell you is that AI is changing the game for us. You don't need to write this book. Now, there are so many different AIs that you can use to write your books. I use this tool because specifically it's created for creating books like this. So now I'm going to put a link for the book down below. Now, per year, you can get this tool for $324 per year. However, I have a one-time promotion where you can buy it for $27 and you'll be able to have access to it lifetime. So you go ahead and then you can put your information and you check out. You can use PayPal, you can use your card. However, I already have design, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. I have used this tool for so long and I've talked about it before on the channel. So I will just go ahead and I will log into my design account and now I am in. So the first thing I want you to do is to come here. They are asking you, what do you want to talk about? I'm just going to go ahead and write my topic. So I want to write about overthinking. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it like this. You can put it as one word. You can just put it like this. It doesn't matter. The AI is going to understand. Now that I have overthinking, I'm just going to go ahead and click enter. This is how easy you can write your book. And now it's asking me some question here. What language? I wanted in English. So I'm just going to continue. And then it's going to ask me other things. And I'm just going to fill the information that design is asking me. So right here is asking, do you have a unique approach? So remember the information I copied? I can go ahead and paste it here like this. And then I'm just going to put it like that as if it's my approach. But I want you to take your time on this process. I want you to read other books and get enough information that you need. So I'm going to do that. Here it's asking me, do I have any specific method? So I'm just going to still put what I copied just because I'm showing you, and I'm just going to go ahead and click like that. And now it's looking for the best direction for my book. So at this point, it's giving me different topics. It's giving me different things. Say the Overthinker's Escape. These are 5 different titles that I can choose. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to just go ahead and pick this one. I'll go ahead and I'll choose that direction. So based on that direction, it's going to ask me other questions again, and I'm going to go ahead and fill in that information. Now design has given me ideas how I can write this book with different chapters. I can go ahead and ask design to recreate it. Like right here, I can come here, I can add my own story, right? Because there's a space that where you can put your own story. I can add my own story. For example, I'm saying I spent so many years being trapped in overthinking, and it was so difficult for me to make decisions, and because of that, it slowed down my work. So I'm putting in my own personal story. I can just add something like that, and then I'll go ahead and give that information again to design. Design will still recreate the content or the outline, and so you can change it as many times as you want, so that it's going to give you exactly the outline that you want for your book. So after you've had it and you feel like this is good, you can look at the type, you can look at the topic, you look at the information, just look at what it has given. It has given you my story, it has given me some information right here. Your promise, what are you going to get out of this book? And after that, it starts with chapter 1. So it gives you chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, gives you everything. So look at this here. I really like this. Look at this, the 333 grounding method. This is something that I have no idea about when it comes to overthinking. But look at what is happening. Look at the brain dump. These are all things that exist in the literature. So design goes ahead and take all the useful information and put into your book. So this tool is specifically designed for creating books like this. There are other tools that you can use to write your books, but sometimes if you use, let's say, ChatGPT, Claude, at some point you see how it keep repeating over and over. But I personally prefer to use a tool like this because it's designed for that purpose. So now we have everything here. I'm just go ahead and generate my manuscript just like that. So, and design is going to go ahead and generate your manuscript. It's asking you again some few questions. It has just given you all of this. So it's asking me if I want to add images in this. I'm going to say yes, I want to add images. So guess what will happen? When it creates it, it's also going to add images in my book. So why is generating overcomers? I just want to encourage you that this is something that you can do even when you come back from work. I see so many people, I talk with so many people all the time, and people say the main challenge that is hindering them is because they don't have time. Look at how long it's going to take me to make this book. Not so long. This is something that when I started on my journey, I used to take my computer, sit even in the bathroom, and my children will sit in front of the bathroom, right? And I'm inside because I just needed some space to do a little bit of work. Most of the time I waited. When the family is sleeping, I knew what I wanted. Even though I was working full time, I would take that specific time. Even if I have 1 hour, I'll sit down and I put in some deep work just to let you know that this is possible. If you are struggling, maybe you are looking at all of this, it looks as if it's too much information. You want a step-by-step guide. You can go ahead and check the description down below. Everything I'm talking about in this video, you are going to see it in the description. And I have a course, How to Publish on Amazon KDP. It's currently on discount. That's something that you can check out if you are interested in it. Okay, right now our book is processing and we have started having some results. So look at the title of your book, go ahead and read it. Look at it starts with my story, and then it starts by telling that author, what is it that made me to write this book? Now, if we go down, you can see the problem, right? You can see the main problem in this book. You go ahead, what is it that is hindering people from progressing because of overthinking? You can now go and it says the big insight. Just look at the titles. Your promise. This is what you are going to get after reading this book. And now look at the images that it provided. It's telling you can pick any of these images and put in your book. Now chapter 1 starts. Look at that overcomers. After that, it gives you all this information. This is chapter 1, talking about some kind of anxiety here. Chapter 2, look at images that is providing for us. And this is chapter 2. We go ahead and we can have that information. And chapter 3. So now that you have your book, what I do is that I don't continue, because here it says that continue and format your book. I personally don't do it this way, but I'll show you if you want to do it. At this point, I go ahead and I copy all my entire book and I paste it on a Word document. I personally take my time and read it, and then I put in some personal information so that it looks more real, not just like AI. Now, AI is just an assistant. It helps me in the process. Now, after I've done all of this, I'll use my AI, and then I have a different formatting tool which I'm going to use to format my book. It's called Vellum. I'm going to also put it in the description. That's something that if you are doing this full time, I'll also recommend that you have your Vellum that you can use to format your book. So when I come here now, I've done all of that, and then I'll go ahead and read my book, make the changes, and my book is ready for publishing. Now, one thing that I want you to know is that you can also publish your book under pen names. I have so many different pen names that is not under my name, right? You can create a pen name, and then you are going to publish your book under that pen name. If I say anything in this video you don't understand, you can go ahead and write a question, ask me a question down below, and I'm going to answer you that question. So if I come here, I just click to continue, to choose book format. It's going to ask me what format do I want. So let's say I want an ebook or a print book. I'm going to go ahead and click on print book. So with print book, I need to upgrade. Now, but remember, we have the standard version. Remember, we have just this simple one. If I want to use print book, I'm going to upgrade. I don't need to do that because I have vellum, which I use for mine. So let's go ahead and take ebook, and now we can go ahead and choose what is it about. Self-development. I'm going to click that, and I'm going to go ahead and save. So you can go ahead and choose any cover, and then you can make changes and go ahead and click use. So this is how it's going to look, and then you go ahead and click use. So now you can also preview the PDF. So one thing that I want you to know is that let's assume that you want to sell this book on a different platform, which is not Amazon KDP, right? There are different things that you can do. You have to also learn about formatting. You also learn, if you are posting on Amazon, you want to also know how to format your book. But with ebook, you don't need any specific formatting. So also this book that we have written, you can still sell this book on your website. You can sell this book on Standstore. You can sell this book anywhere, not just on Amazon. And Amazon has different rules that you have to follow. And I have a complete course that has all that information inside. As it's so difficult for me to give you all that information in a single video like this. But if you have any question, put in the description box down below and I'm going to respond to you. So now this is going to create our book, and that is going to be it. So now we have gone through everything. This is a cover that it has designed for us. And now you can see it has your table of content. It has everything that you need to know. Chapter, it comes like this. This is everything that the book has given us. So just imagine all these pictures. We can change any of these things. If you want to change it, you go ahead and click on any. You can make changes. So if you want, I don't want this video to be too long, but click on the next video. Is going to show you how to make changes on your design. Like you can go ahead and make any change that you want. So when everything is done, you just go ahead and you download your book, and then you upload it to whatever platform you want to use to publish. So, but just as we talked about Amazon KDP, now you have your book. Go ahead and click on this next video that is going to show you how to create a cover of your book and how to upload that book to Amazon KDP. So overcomers, if you have any question, every information is going to be in the description box down below. If you watch this video up to this point, I want you to go ahead and put in the description box that this is my year to overcome. It's going to help me to know those who watch the video up to the end. So